welcome to another episode of our match day predictions. And now we're on our match day 13 Premier League predictions. And on match day 13, I selected Manchester City versus Leeds United, Tottenham versus Fulham, Palace versus Manchester United, Aston Villa versus Wolves, West Ham versus Liverpool, Chelsea versus Arsenal, the big game of the weekend. But before we talk about them, let's look at how I performed on match day 12. Yeah, like I said, I've not been performing well this period, but I'm doing my best. Match day 12, I selected Burnley versus Fulham. My prediction was 3-1, Chelsea win, and Chelsea won by 2-0. Liverpool versus Forest, my prediction was Liverpool to win. I thought Liverpool were going to turn things around, but they lost. And they lost by 3-0 to Forest at Anfield. Newcastle versus Manchester City, my prediction was 3-1 win to Manchester City, but Newcastle defeated Manchester City 2-1. I selected Leeds versus Aston Villa. My prediction was 2-1 Aston Villa win, and the game ended 2-1. Arsenal versus Tottenham, my prediction was 2-1 Arsenal win, and the game ended 4-1. And Man United versus Everton, my prediction was 3-2. Because I knew that Manchester United were just going to do something crazy. And they ended up doing something crazy. They lost to 10 men. They lost to 10 men of Everton. And the game ended 1-0. So that was my prediction for match day 12. And let's look at match day 13. Yeah, I'm not really going to give a lot of breakdowns like the way I did in the past episodes. So I'm not going to do that here. I'm just going to go straight to the point, my prediction, the games I selected, and my prediction, that's all. Yeah, in the first one I selected, Manchester City versus Leeds United. Looking at Manchester City losing their game against Newcastle, I believe they will want to bounce back, and my prediction here is 3-1, Manchester City to win by 3-1. The second game I selected was Tottenham versus Fulham. Both London clubs. Tottenham have not been performing well lately, but I believe they would like to turn things around. And if we look at the head-to-head self in their last 5 games, and Fulham have been doing better than they've performed well. They've defeated Tottenham 3 times in their last 5 meetings. So, but this time around, Tottenham are going to turn things. They'll win Fulham. They are going to win Fulham, and my prediction is 2-1. Tottenham to win Fulham by 2-1. Then Palace versus Manchester United. Manchester United. If Manchester United can lose to 10 men of Everton, and the thing is that Everton scored after going a man down. It's not that they scored when they were 11 on the pitch. They scored after going a man down, and Manchester United could not break them. So, AMORIM, and with the way Palace plays, especially at home, they are a very tough side to beat. AMORIM, I don't see you performing well against Palace. And it's a battle of 3 at the back. We want to know who is the better coach using 3 at the back. And as it stands, Crystal Palace have been doing well with the 3 at the back. So, I'm seeing the Crystal Palace win. Crystal Palace to beat Manchester United by 2-1. Crystal Palace is beating Manchester United. Aston Villa, with the way Aston Villa versus Wolves, Aston Villa have been doing well. Like, beginning of the season, they were struggling, but now look at them. They're in the top 4, performing very well, doing things, winning matches. I think their last 8 matches they've won, or their last 9, I think they've only lost 1. So, they're doing very, very well. Okay, they are doing very, very well. So I'm predicting Aston Villa to win by 2-0. Aston Villa to beat Wolves by 2-0. West Ham versus Liverpool. Guys, I feel this might be Arne Slot's last game at Liverpool. The way it's looking, the way Arne Slot is moving, I feel this might be. Yes, Jamie Carragher was saying that no manager that has won the Premier League has been sacked in Liverpool. But the way I'm looking at it, Liverpool fans are tired all of them are saying that they need a change. Slot needs to go. So, and Nuno last season was the first coach to beat Slot at Anfield, using it with Forest. Yes, when he was coaching Forest, and now he's presently the coach of West Ham. So he knows how to play Slot. I feel this might be Slot's last game at Liverpool, and my prediction is 2-1 West Ham win. West Ham is beating Liverpool. Final game that I selected is Chelsea versus Arsenal. Both of them in their last 5 games, won 4, drawn 1. Guys, this game is going to be a very tough game at Stamford Bridge. Very tough game. Arsenal are going for the title. Chelsea also going for the title. I think Chelsea should be second on the log, right? If I'm not mistaken, Chelsea should be second. Yeah, Chelsea are just 6 points behind Arsenal, right? 6 points behind Arsenal. So, if the way I'm looking at this game, for me, I don't see a winner in this game. The game is ending in a draw, 2-2 draw. For 2-2 draw, and I think even their last Chelsea have not defeated Arsenal in their last 5 games. So I'm predicting a draw. So let's go over my predictions again. Man City versus Leeds United, I predicted a 3-1. Tottenham versus Fulham, I predicted a 2-1 win for Tottenham. Palace versus Man United, Palace to win Man United. Aston Villa versus Wolves, Aston Villa to beat Wolves by 2-0. West Ham versus Liverpool, my prediction was 2-1 Liverpool win. My prediction was 2-1 West Ham win. Then Chelsea versus Arsenal, my prediction was 2-2 draw. So predicted a draw, I guess, Chelsea versus Fulham. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please click on that subscribe button.